Double Tibble Trouble is a bit of a mouthful of a title, but a pretty decent episode. It's the first segment in the 11th episode of the 3rd season of Arthur, and I'm not a fan of the Tibble twins. I really don't like them. Do I love to hate them? I'm not sure. Sometimes I do, sometimes I just get annoyed by them. But that's also how DW and Emily feel, and they're kind of forced to spend time with them, Timmy and Tommy, and they're being loud, and they just want to play the Tower of Cows, but they're screaming, and the cows are falling down, and it's chaotic, and everything's madness, and DW and Emily just want to get away from them as quickly as possible. But then one day, Timmy is sick, and Tommy comes to school on his own, and he's very dejected. He feels very alone. We can see this very easily. He's much more quiet without his brother. And DW and Emily realise that as much as they hate the Tibble twins, they are actually their friends. And they decide that they need to do something to cheer Tommy up while Timmy is sick and unable to play. And they take it in turns being the Tibble twin. And I think it was a beautiful idea where they each take it in turn, each a different day or an hour at a time, not pretending to be Timmy, but taking his place, having screaming matches with Tommy, giving each other piggyback rides, basically standing in for Timmy while Timmy is sick so that Tommy doesn't feel alone and doesn't feel sad. And that is so admirable and such a beautiful display of friendship that I thought DW, for the first time, I thought DW is a better person than me. And I don't think I've ever thought about that before, but she definitely is. She and Emily had admirable behaviour. It's also quite funny. There's one bit, this is, I guess, a tiny spoiler. It doesn't spoil the narrative, but it's a bit that I found amusing, is when, I think, if I remember rightly, Arthur screams at the dinner table because he hurts himself, and DW screams at the top of her lungs and says, "I can scream louder." And then she realises her mistake and says, "Oh, sorry, it was my turn to be a Tibble today." And it just amused me so much. I had a lot of fun with it. I actually liked the Tibbles in this episode, and it made me look at them in a different way. And it certainly made me look at DW in a different way. It really is a very moving episode.